A man on a motorized scooter was riding down Fifth Avenue in Manhattan toward Trump Tower when two men in suits stepped into his path. The two men were federal agents. According to widely reported accounts, what they told him in that moment had nothing to do with football, nothing to do with bribery, and nothing to do with the World Cup. It had to do with his taxes. According to reports, he reportedly had not filed a tax return in at least 17 years. He was, by most accounts, an enormous man reportedly close to 450 pounds, with a long white beard that made him look, to the people who liked him, like a cheerful Santa Claus who happened to run international football. He kept two apartments on the same floor of Trump Tower. One was for him. According to widely reported accounts, the other was reportedly for his cats. That detail the unfiled taxes, small, boring, almost administrative, is reportedly the reason the most powerful organization in world sport eventually collapsed. Not a whistleblower, not a journalist, although one had reportedly tried for years. An unpaid tax bill, allegedly discovered by an agent nobody in football had ever heard of, working a desk in Southern California, who reportedly loved soccer enough to notice a name in a news story that everyone else had skimmed past. This is the story of Chuck Blazer, and of the man almost nobody has ever heard of, who reportedly brought him down. Keep him in mind. He does not appear again for a while, but everything in this story is, in the end, about him. If you love stories about corporate deception, power, and the secrets behind the biggest institutions in the world, click subscribe right now. We bring these stories every week, and you will not want to miss what is coming next. To understand how a single tax filing allegedly toppled FIFA, you first have to understand the empire Chuck Blazer reportedly built and the partnership at the center of it. For more than 2 decades, Blazer served as General Secretary of CONCACAF, which is the governing body for football across North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. According to widely reported accounts, he did not get there alone. In 1989, Blazer reportedly convinced a Trinidadian official named Jack Warner to run for president of CONCACAF, reportedly managed the campaign, and was rewarded with the general secretary position when Warner won, a role he would allegedly hold for over 20 years. According to widely reported accounts, Warner and Blazer became known inside football as inseparable, reportedly thick as thieves for the better part of 2 decades, running CONCACAF's finances together out of an office on the same floor of Trump Tower, where Blazer reportedly kept his apartments and his cats. According to reports, the centerpiece of their alleged financial arrangement was a training facility in Trinidad, funded by FIFA and CONCACAF money, reportedly built on land that Warner personally owned. For years, nobody inside football seriously challenged any of it. But in May of 2011, the partnership reportedly shattered. According to widely reported accounts, Warner and another FIFA official allegedly handed Caribbean delegates cash in envelopes, reportedly $40,000 per delegation, in an attempt to swing a FIFA presidential election. Blazer reportedly reported Warner to FIFA Ethics Committee. It ended Warner's career in football. According to Mary Lynn Blanks, Blazer, longtime partner, when she eventually learned what Blazer had actually done, not just reporting Warner, but everything underneath it, she reportedly asked him, almost disbelieving, what he had been thinking. She reportedly told him he was going to end his life in a federal penitentiary. What almost nobody knew at that moment, not Warner, not Blanks, not anyone inside FIFA, was that Blazer was reportedly already a federal cooperator. He had been for months. If you are enjoying this story, please hit the like and subscribe buttons now. It helps the channel grow and allows us to keep bringing you stories like this. Thank you. To understand how Blazer became a cooperator in the first place, you need to go back to the man we promised you at the start, the one almost nobody has heard of. According to multiple investigative accounts, the real beginning of this story took place in 2009 in London, in a meeting between a British investigative journalist named Andrew Jennings and agents from the FBI's Organized Crime Unit. Jennings had reportedly spent years digging into CONCACAF's finances, and according to reports, he reportedly handed the FBI confidential CONCACAF financial documents. He later reportedly told a reporter, quote, "I gave them the documents that really got this going," unquote. That tip reportedly sat for 2 years. Then, in August of 2011, a story reportedly broke describing the FBI's interest in Blazer's finances. According to widely reported accounts, An IRS criminal investigator in Orange County, California, a man named Steve Berryman, reportedly known among colleagues for his passion for soccer, reportedly came across that story. According to reports, Berryman reportedly pulled Blazer's tax filings. What he reportedly found stopped him cold. According to Bensingers' reporting in Red Card, the system indicated Blazer had not filed a tax return in at least 17 years. Jennings had reportedly handed the FBI a map 2 years earlier. Nobody had reportedly followed it. Berryman was the one who did. Berryman reportedly did something almost nobody in his position does. According to reports, he reportedly cold-called the FBI directly, inserting the IRS into an investigation nobody had invited him to. Berryman then reportedly began tracing wire transfers, a $200,000 wire sent in March of 1999 from a shell company in Uruguay into a Cayman Islands account allegedly controlled by Blazer, and a $600,000 wire traced to a group in Panama. The bribery, the kickbacks, the training facility built on Warner's own land, all of that was reportedly already happening. But according to widely reported accounts, it was the unfiled tax returns that gave investigators their first clean, simple, provable crime. Not a conspiracy. Not a bribe that required a cooperating witness to explain. A number on a government database that reportedly was not there. That was reportedly the wedge. In November of 2011, FBI agents reportedly approached Blazer on that Fifth Avenue sidewalk. According to widely reported accounts, they laid out what they had, and Blazer reportedly agreed to cooperate on the spot. For the next 2 years, according to widely reported accounts, one of the most senior officials in world football was reportedly working for the federal government, wearing a small recording device, reportedly disguised as a keychain, into meetings with FIFA colleagues. According to reports, during the 2012 London Olympics, Blazer reportedly arranged lunches with a specific list of people the FBI wanted recorded, including officials connected to Russia's 2018 World Cup bid. According to widely reported accounts, Blazer reportedly attended 19 separate proffer sessions with federal investigators over those 2 years. In 2013, Blazer reportedly pleaded guilty to 10 counts, including racketeering, wire fraud, money laundering, and tax evasion. He reportedly admitted to accepting a share of a $10 million bribe connected to South Africa's bid for the 2010 World Cup. The plea was reportedly kept sealed for nearly 2 years. In May of 2015, the Department of Justice reportedly unsealed indictments against 14 football officials and sports marketing executives. The evidence Blazer had reportedly gathered combined with evidence from a sports marketing executive named Jose Hawila, who reportedly pleaded guilty around the same time in connection with a separate scheme allegedly involving an unnamed sportswear company widely identified as Nike and Brazil's national team, became the foundation of the entire case. 2 informants, 2 completely different starting points, one case that reportedly reshaped global football. Here is where this story takes its final, quieter turn. According to court records and reporting from the Cayman Compass, at his original plea, Blazer reportedly forfeited $1,958,092, along with a civil penalty of $487,875 for unreported foreign accounts. A second forfeiture amount was reportedly to be determined at sentencing. Blazer was never sentenced. According to widely reported accounts, he had been diagnosed with cancer during the investigation. He reportedly died in July of 2017, before a final judgment was ever entered. According to the Cayman Compass, at the time of his death, Blazer reportedly owed at least $18 million in federal income taxes. The administrator of his estate reportedly found assets worth approximately $845,000. CONCACAF reportedly sued his estate and won a judgment of $20 million in March of 2019. According to the same report, CONCACAF was not expected to ever actually receive that money. The man who allegedly skimmed an estimated $20 million or more over 2 decades, who lived in 2 Trump Tower apartments, one reportedly for his cats, and who charged tens of millions of dollars to personal credit cards paid by CONCACAF, died owing the government $18 million he could not pay, leaving an estate worth less than $1 million. Nobody got the money back. Not the IRS, not CONCACAF, not FIFA. The case Blazer reportedly helped build did eventually produce results elsewhere. According to Department of Justice records, More than $200 million was eventually returned to football federations around the world through forfeitures from other defendants in the case, Hawilla among them. But that recovery had almost nothing to do with Blazer's own money, which had simply vanished into 2 decades of rent, credit card statements, and accounts that, by the time anyone went looking, were empty. As for the man we promised you at the start, Steve Berryman, the IRS agent in Orange County who reportedly loved soccer enough to scan one news story all the way through, his name appears in almost none of the headlines from 2015. The press conferences were reportedly led by FBI officials and federal prosecutors. The agent whose curiosity allegedly cracked open the entire case was, by most accounts, never in the photograph. Here is the final shape of this story. An empire built on bribes, cash in envelopes, and 2 decades of friendship between 2 men who reportedly trusted each other completely until one of them reportedly turned. A federal case that reportedly toppled the leadership of the most powerful sports organization on earth. And underneath all of it, the detail that reportedly made the entire collapse possible was not a wiretap, not a whistleblower, and not a confession. It was reportedly a number that was not there. 17 years of tax returns that, according to a government database somewhere in Southern California, reportedly did not exist. The man on the scooter built an empire on what people did not look at. In the end, it was reportedly someone looking at the one thing he never thought anyone would check. If you found this story as mind-blowing as we did, subscribe to the channel and join our email notification list so you never miss an episode. The link is in the description below.